Just recently, Escape from Tarkov wiped. This means that everybody who had all the cool guns, the cool armor, all the cool gadgets and gizmos, they don't have it anymore. They don't got it. Everybody's back to square one with just the basic starter stuff. You got a handful of pistols, some shitty water, some cheese, some gross fucking backpack, and like one good gun. Unless, of course, you're like some people who got a press copy and have an inventory full of shit that they don't deserve.
Guess what? When they send you a press copy, they give you all sorts of shit. Look at this. So I'm loaded up from the ass up. Okay.
When I applied for a press kit like last year or 2 years ago, whenever it was, I was denied. And I need the help. I'm terrible at this game. What the fuck? Deep down, I'm still upset about it, and that's why I keep making these disgruntled Escape from Tarkov videos. Either way, the playing field has been mostly leveled out. And finally, I have a chance. I have a chance to build up my inventory for a change. I excitedly booted up the game and waited in a substantial load time. But I eventually got through it and was faced with my first important decision. Which type of character did I want to be? Did I want to be a Russian bear or an American USEC? I went with the bear. I don't know why, I just did. And then I went through the very painful process of identifying everything I possibly can, because you don't want to have to do that shit when you're out in the field. You'll get killed doing this. Because apparently this man can't figure out what an object is just from looking at it at first glance. He has to stare at it for a significant amount of time. When I was done staring at everything, I decided to go in using a Makarov, the worst pistol in my inventory. It was my first round, I wasn't warmed up, and knowing me, I'm gonna lose it anyway, so I'd rather not lose my best gun right off the bat. Gotta at least wait for the third round or something before I do that. At long last, I finally entered a raid. I cautiously maneuvered around the map to the best of my ability when I came across an opportunity, a rare opportunity at that. I managed to shoot somebody, and he had an unidentified gun that turned out to be some kind of, I don't know what it was, but it was cooler than the gun I had, and he also had a sweaty gym bag. With my new equipment upgrade, I was feeling much more confident, so I headed to the place where I know the goods are, the room with the safe. I was greeted with something I had never seen before. It looked like some sort of vase or something. I quickly threw it in the sweaty gym bag and took all the money. I assumed it was some sort of sought-after treasure or something, and I was right, it was a vase. I figured this thing was worth some money, so I started to think about my escape from Tarkov. But first, I chugged an entire container of boxed milk. I then made my way towards the exit when I spotted someone. It was a goddamn scav RoboCop who immediately shot me in the eyeball and killed me. Round 2, I decided to go with another Makarov. And shortly after spawning in, I heard quite a ruckus towards the back of the factory. Turns out some other Makarov-wielding idiots were having a very awkward encounter. I thought to myself, this is perfect, I want to be a part of this. By some unexplainable miracle, I was able to kill the first guy. My idiot troll brain was telling me to loot this man immediately. However, I resisted the urge because I knew there was at least one more guy. Talk about game sense, am I right? You're telling me I only hit him one time out of those 8 bullets? That doesn't seem right. Round 3, I just don't really want to talk about too much. Round 4, however, was very special because I made the very intelligent decision of using all of my best gear. I was tired of losing and I needed to give myself a chance. gamer moment. I'd actually killed someone with a weapon. However, right on cue, some other asshole showed up. He injured me very badly, and I made the extremely intelligent decision to take a painkiller at literally the worst possible time. What? Don't take that now! God, that guy f***ed me up. I figured I'd have a moment to collect myself, heal, and maybe reload my gun. And then right on cue... Thankfully, when you're as bad as me at this game, there is a safety net that you can depend on. You can play as a scav, which is a pre-made disposable character. It often look like they have something seriously wrong with them. They spawn every 30 minutes or so, and it's kind of like your normal character, except you're not risking as much. What in the fuck? Okay. It appeared everyone was dead, and this was my chance to finally replenish some loot. But then I saw someone. I shot him in the face. And then 2 more people spawned literally out of thin air. It was alarming, to say the least. The situation turned very dire very quickly. And then again, like clockwork, right when I was healing, what the The next round I went straight to the safe room because I needed some money. If I can't get any guns, I need money. I quickly looted the safe, and just as I finished, some complete lunatic barged in.
Hi.
After a couple of well-placed shots, I finally secured some decent loot, but I was bleeding out rapidly. I trudged my way to the exit. It was my only chance, and then right on cue. I was starting to lose my cool. I hate this game so much. This stupid tree. Great update. You added a tree. Great. Fucking great. I then spawned in as this nerd in a Superman hat. Oh my. It was a very short-lived experience. And the following round was the worst of them all. I hate this game. I hate this game more than anything in the world. Then the very next round, the same thing happened. I made it all the way to the exit, and then I heard the familiar sound of a sweaty Tarkov player approaching. Yep. Oh, I hate this game. At this point, I was so poor that I had to use a gun that looked like it belonged over my grandfather's fireplace. Turns out I'm an absolute beast with this thing. Excuse me? Things were looking up. I had a helmet, some fancy earphones. I got a good amount of loot right there. I loaded into customs, more wealthy than I'd ever been before. And I immediately came across some jackass who was hiding behind a tree. And then this jackass standing on this balcony. Jackpot. This was some pretty good loot. I was very nervous and anxious to escape. And then, like clockwork, in the end, I was left with absolutely no loot in my inventory.